Hello, good morning students. Today we discuss new chapter reproduction in human beings. Okay, so reproduction means first we discuss about the reproduction. So reproduction means production of offspring, production of offspring, production of offspring or individual. Reproduction means production of offspring, or we can say individuals or baby. Okay, so reproduction is an important feature of living organism. Important feature of the living organism, or reproduction is a reproduction. All organs reproduce for maintain their species. Every organism reproduce for the maintain their species. Okay. So today we discuss about the reproduction in human beings. So reproductive systems are classified into three groups. Reproductive systems are classified, or reproduction, definition of the reproduction. Reproduction is a biological process. Okay. First look at this page. Reproduction is the biological process. Reproduction is the biological process. Okay, biological process in which living organism produce their young ones. Okay, this is the biological process. Why? Because this character occur in only living things. Okay, so this is the biological process. Okay, now reproductive systems is classified into three groups. Okay, so look at this place. Reproductive system is classified into three groups. Okay, these groups are: first is primary sex organ, and second is accessory sex organ, and third is accessory duct. Okay, so primary sex organ are the main organ which produce gamete. Okay, primary sex organ are the main organ which produce gamete or hormones in male or female. In male, this side female. Okay, male primary sex organ is your testis. Okay, or female sex organ is the ova. Accessory sex organ are those organs which help in passing the sperm. Accessory sex organ are those organs which help in passing the sperm from testis to urinary orifice place. Okay, so that organs are called the accessory organ. Okay, same as in the female. These organs may be epididymis, vasa efferentia, okay, or urethra. So these organs are the accessory organ. Accessory duct means those organ which secrete something or which help in passing which motile the sperm to pass one place to another place. So that organ are called the accessory duct. Okay, same as these accessory ducts are different in male and female. In male, accessory ducts are the three accessory duct, like the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, bulbourethral gland. But in a female, only one accessory duct is called the Bartholian glands. और accessory duct in a female is a fallopian tube. Okay, accessory duct in a fallopian tube in female is a fallopian tube, cervix, whatever. Okay, so in the next video we discuss about the reproduction in reproductive system in male. Okay, thank you. Hello. Now we discuss the reproductive system of male. Okay, reproductive system of male. Okay, so we know that reproductive system is classified into three groups. First is primary sex organ, primary sex organ, and second is primary sex organ or accessory sex organ, or we can say here secondary sex organ. Accessory sex organ or accessory sex organ are also known as secondary sex organ. And third is here accessory glands. Okay, so primary sex organ is here testis. In male, primary sex organ is here testis. Okay, and now accessory sex organ is here rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vasa differentia. Here is efferentia, here is differentia. Vasa differentia, then urethra. Okay, so these are the accessory sex organ. Now accessory glands are three in male. First is seminal vesicle, and third is here, second is here prostate gland, and third is here bulbourethral gland. Okay, or this bulbourethral gland is also known as Cowper's gland. Okay, so these are the reproductive system of male. Means male reproductive system are classified into three groups: primary, accessory, or primary sex organ, accessory sex organ, or accessory glands. Okay. Now we discuss the reproductive system of male with the help of diagram. Okay, so look at this page, how we can draw male reproductive system. Okay, so very carefully look at this diagram and draw in your copy. Okay, so This is the prostate gland. This is the prostate gland. Okay. This is the prostate gland. Okay. Now, okay. So another color we use here. Okay. Now we labeled it. 1 minute. Okay. Now we labeled it. So this is the scrotum. This is the scrotum, and this part is called the testis or 1 minute. More coiled structure is located on the posterior part of the testis. This is called the epididymis. Epididymis. Okay, this is the epididymis. Or this is the tube-like structure. This tube-like structure is arise from epididymis. This is called vasa differentia. Okay, this is a vasa differentia. Now, this part is a sac-like structure. This is called seminal vesicle. We write here the glands. Represent with the help of another color. This is a seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle. Okay, and red color part, which is so we hear red color part is called the prostate gland. Prostate gland. Okay, and green color part we represent here bulbourethral gland. Bulbourethral gland. Okay, bulbourethral gland, or this gland is called the Cowper's gland. This is the urethra part of the urethra. This is the urethra. Okay, and this part is called penis. This is part is called the penis. Okay, this is the penis here. Or so this is the orifice. This place where urines come out. This place is the urine orifice. Urinary orifice. Urinary orifice. Orifice. Okay, and this is called the glands. So this is the male reproductive system organ. Okay, so practice this diagram in a copy. Okay, this is a very easy diagram of the male reproductive system. Okay, in the next video we discuss about the one part of this reproductive organ. Okay. Hello students, now we discuss one part of the male reproductive system. Okay, so in this male reproductive system, first we discuss primary sex organ, or this primary sex organ is called the testis. Okay, so first we discuss about the testis. So look at this place. What is testis? Testis are two in number. Testis are two in number, or these testes are located outside of the body in a sac-like structure or pouch-like structure. This pouch-like structure is called the scrotum. Okay, again, testes are oval in shape, or these are 2 in number. These testes are located outside of the body. Outside of the body, the length of the testis is 3 to 5 centimeter. Length of the testis is 3 to 5 centimeter, or 2 to 3 centimeter broader. Okay, these testes are located outside of the body in a pouch-like structure. This pouch-like structure is called the scrotum. Scrotum maintain the temperature of the testis. Okay, scrotum maintain the temperature of the testis. Okay, so temperature of the testis is always less than the body temperature, or temperature of the testis is 2.5 to 3 degrees Celsius is less than the body temperature. Okay, temperature of the testis is 2.5 to 3 degrees Celsius less than the body temperature. So one question comes from this topic. Why temperature of the testis is less than the body temperature? So temperature of the testis less than the body temperature for the spermatogenesis. For the spermatogenesis means formation of the sperm. Okay, if the temperature of the more than the temperature of the testis is more than the body temperature, so in that cases sperm cannot produce in the testis. Therefore, temperature of the testis is always less than the normal body temperature. Okay. One second thing, every testis contain 250 testicular lobules. Okay. Look at this space diagram. This is suppose this is the testis. So this testis consists this type of structure. Many testicular lobules, or these testicular lobules is 250 near about. Okay, testicular lobule. This testis consists many testicular lobules. Okay, these testicular lobules are 250 near about. Okay, or each testicular lobules consist 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Okay, this testicular lobules consist 1 to 3 seminiferous tubule. Okay, each testicular consists 1 to 3 seminiferous tubules, or each seminiferous tubules is lined by the for one thing here. Seminiferous tubules. Between the seminiferous tubules, suppose this is a testicular lobule. So in this testicular lobules, many seminiferous tubules are located. These are the seminiferous tubule. Okay. Between the seminiferous tubules, space is left. This space is left. Okay. So this space is called the interstitial space. Okay. The space which is present between the two seminiferous tubules is called the interstitial space. Interstitial space, this is called the interstitial space, and this space, the cells which is present in this space is called the, suppose these cells are present, these cells are called the interstitial cell. Okay, this is the interstitial space, and the cell is called the interstitial cell. Interstitial cell, or these cells are called the Leydig cells. These cells are called the Leydig cells, which secrete an hormone called androgen. Which secrete an hormone is called the androgen hormone. Which secrete an hormone is called the androgen hormone. Okay, androgen hormone consists testosterone or seminiferous tubules. Now these are the seminiferous tubules. So seminiferous tubules is lined by the two type of cell. Seminiferous tubules is lined by the two type of cell. First is a Sertoli cells. Suppose this is a Sertoli cells. These are the Sertoli cells. Okay, these are the Sertoli cells. Okay, or other cell is called the germinal cells. So germinal cells help in production of the sperm. Germinal cells help in the production of sperm, or Sertoli cells provide nourishment to the developing sperm. Okay, so testis is completed. Okay, thank you.